Hey guys, how are you? Welcome to the EBM Scholars, and today I'm going to explain step by step in order to apply for master's scholarships in Europe. I've been giving a lot of information to go to America or go other countries. Let's go to Europe, and I'm going to explain to you what do you need to do. Step number 1, step number 2, step number 3 until you are able to acquire or to get a scholarship. So without wasting my time or your time, so let's go into it. But before I continue, remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is, there is a little bit of a button on this one. It's called subscribe. Click there, subscribe, or share the video to other people. So step by step in order to get scholarships to study master's degree in Europe. So step number 1, you need to have a degree. As I've been saying over and over, most of the scholarships are for masters and PhD. So we are talking about masters. So if you're applying for master's degree, it means that you have bachelor degree, you are possessing bachelor degree in your country. And that bachelor degree, you need to have a good GPA. You need to have good point average. What are your results? That's the first question I will ask you. When you ask me, oh, how can I get a scholarship? My first question is, what is your GPA? So you need to have a very good GPA. Upper second class is ideal GPA and first class, but if you have lower second class, make sure that your lower second is not too low. It's supposed to be a little bit closer to the upper second class. So for those who are using 5.0 GPA scale, for instance, make sure that if you don't have 3.5, have at least a 3.4, 3.3, not 2 point something, then you are expecting that one. So if you are looking for scholarship for masters, whether you be in Europe, whether in America, make sure that you have a very good results. GPA or results must be upper second class. If it is lower, make sure that it is not too low. It's supposed to be closer to the upper second class. So that is requirement number 1. Requirement number 2 is you must, or you need to have, or you need to take the English proficiency test. As you know, when you are applying for masters, I'm assuming you are going to study master's degree in English language. So if you are going to do masters in English language, you have to prove that you are capable of undertaking master's degree studies using English language. So to prove that, don't tell me that, oh, you know, I did in my high school in English language, using English language. Remember, they don't care about that. I don't want to hear, oh, you know, my bachelor degree, English was the minimum for instruction. Oh, when I was doing my bachelor degree, I did a bachelor degree major in English or linguistics. They don't care about all those kind of situations. They want to know your English proficiency, your level of proficiency. And to prove that, you need to take one of the exam out of these 2 exams. Either you take the American version or you take the British version. It doesn't matter which one you are taking. The British version is International English Language Testing System, IELTS. Is done or conducted at the British Council, and it is about $250 if you want to see, and you have to go to British Council in your country and to process that one. Otherwise, you have to take if you want to take the American one, you take the Test of English as a Foreign Language, TOEFL. That one is conducted by Education Testing System, ETS. So if you have to look, you can look on your country, which university or which is the testing center for that particular exam. It doesn't matter, you can take American version, still you are going to study in Europe. You don't need to take a British exam to study in any country in Europe. So because it's just these 2 exams are the most recognizable exams which you are accepting if you are pursuing studies. So don't start, oh, Ernest, can you send me the link about this scholarship? Even if I send you the link, it will not help you at all. Make sure that you have bachelor degree and you have been able to take this English proficiency test. Yes, there are very few universities which allow you to apply without the English proficiency test. But if you are really serious looking for scholarship, please don't wait for those kind of excuses. Oh, you know, I don't have money. Oh, no, it's a difficult exam. Yes, it's supposed to be difficult. That's the meaning of the examination. Yes, it is expensive because you are paying $200 US, $250 US. If you get a scholarship, you are going to get 50,000 to 100,000 US. My master's degree, I was paid 60,000 per year. So obviously the competition has to be high. They have to make certain requirements. So don't wait for the excuse, don't wait for the sympathy that, you know, I live in the village, I don't have this money, so can you help me to apply without the English proficiency test? While you're having all those excuses, the buddies in China, there are so many people over there, more than 1.3 billion people, they are applying for these scholarships and they are taking these exams and they get good scores. They are not going to look for your excuse. You are not the only one who is applying for these scholarships. So make sure that you take that exam. So the requirement number one, you need to have a bachelor degree if you want to apply for masters, and the bachelor degree with good results. Secondly, you need to take the English proficiency test, either TOEFL or IELTS. Third step is you must make sure that you have people who will be able to write letters of recommendation. I have a video explaining who can be able to write the letter of recommendation. You are going to study, you are not going to do farming, so you need to have your former professors, people who taught you at the university. Whether those people have bachelor degree, whether they have master's degree, whether they have PhD degree. Because some people get confused that, oh, in order to get a recommendation from someone from the university, must have a PhD. No. If the person who taught you has a master's degree, that means he's assistant lecturer, the person will be a reasonable person to make you a recommendation letter. But make sure that the person is making recommendation really knows you. They know what program you are going to apply so that they can write things which are applicable, and not those general to whom it may concern kind of letter of recommendation. So you need to have letter of recommendation from people who taught you, but if you are working, but also your supervisors from work, they can also mix the recommendation. So at least 2 from people who taught you and at least 1 from your supervisor. So things of that nature. Then other things are very simple. You need to write a statement of purpose. Why should they give you scholarship? When not because you are poor. Just explain. I have statement of purpose video. Then there are other things you need to explain. You have to put everything in a very good competitive resume. I have a video about how to write a resume. Don't start bringing things which are not related, about your name, date of birth, tribe, religion, whatever, number of children. We don't care how many kids you have, people. They want the competition. Why should they give you scholarship? What is your resume? What have you done? What are you going to do? So things of that nature are the one that are required. Then you can be able to apply for scholarships. So in every scholarship, most of the time is online. So sometimes they might require online recommendation. If they want online recommendation, they want the name, email address of your supervisor. Don't use Gmail. Don't use Yahoo email. Don't use Hotmail. Use professional email. If someone is teaching at the university, it will be EBM at, for instance, udism.ac.tz. If someone is working at Bank of Tanzania, it will be the website, the email must have the domain of that one. If it's from this Ministry of Finance, it has to come from the domain email address, not the Gmail, or those are the one which you can prove that this person is working from that institution and just using the general Gmail, Yahoo email address. So those are the things you need to have. Those are the basically the things as you want to prepare as your packet. You need to have the first thing, go and take the exam. You have graduated, take the exam. From there, prepare all other documentation. But remember how many number of universities you need to apply in order to get one. Just assume or think about some players, for instance, in order to score 1 goal, how many shots Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo in football or soccer they do shots on target, so many shots. How many players like LeBron, Steph Curry or Michael Jordan, they have to shoot on the target so that they can be able to score. They do so many times. So you have to make sure that you don't go there and apply 1 to 2 universities and expect to get a scholarship. You need to apply 10, 15, 20 to be able to apply and get the scholarship. So that is something I want to share with you, and make sure that you follow the instruction. If you have any question, please make sure that you put your comment below. But don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, people. Goodbye. This is Ernest Boniface Makulilo, EBM, and I'm so much thankful for your continued support to my YouTube channel. Goodbye, everyone.